Good morning. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel as I continue on my part series on this day in black music. Excuse me, beg your pardon. Let's start over again. Good morning. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel as I continue my part series the week that was. College football history in review. The 1960 college football season. This is week 4, I believe. Yeah, week 4. October 8th. 4. 4, this is fourth week of the season. For 1960, October 8th, but there was a game that was played on October 7th, 1960, on a Friday where Southern California beat Georgia 10-3. So we're going to start with that game, talk about that game. But this is week number 4, October 8th, 1960. Southern California beat Georgia 10-3. By upsetting Georgia, Southern California ended its 5-game losing streak and found a talented new quarterback in sophomore Bill Nelson. Bulldogs kicker Durwood Pennington tied it at 3-3 with a prodigious 42-yard field goal late in the second quarter. Although Georgia quarterback Fran Tarkenton was sharp with short passes, he was intercepted 4 times. USC center linebacker Dave Morgan stepped in front of Tarkenton's toss in the third quarter, returned it 19 yards to Bulldogs' 34-yard line. So Nelson scored on a 1-yard sneak on which he climbed tall stacks of players. Trojans led 10-3 with 1:13 left in the third quarter, but Georgia soon made its 6th and 7th trips inside the USC 35-yard line. Quarterback, defensive back Jim Bates ended one threat with interception at USC 25. Now later at the Troy 12-yard line, defensive end Marlon McKeever forced Bulldog halfback Fred Brown wide on 3rd and 2 for loss of 4 yards. On 4th down, McKeever spilled Tarkenton for a 15-yard loss. Number 18, Army, lost to Penn State 27-16. Push about like Cubs for opening 10 minutes. Lions survived opening Army salvo, but went down 7-0 when Black Knights combined passes from quarterback Tom Blandon to end Bob Feuerhart with runs of halfback Glenn Adams. Then Penn State got back on its feet as it recovered Adams' fumble, using option runs and short passes. Penn State freed reliable halfback Jim Kerr, who rushed 63 yards for 16 carries, caught 5 passes, scored 3 touchdowns before Kerr could complete his heroics. Cadets earned a 16-14 lead when kicker Blanda nailed a 20-yard field goal early in the fourth quarter. At the receiving punt, Lions fought to Cadets' 11-yard line, where Kerr punched the 5-yard line and Kerr kept going behind in Bob Mittinger's devastating block that knocked away Army tackler. So State led for good at 20-16 with 2:35 left and added to it after fullback linebacker Bob Buddy Torres made an interception return to the 19-yard line to poise fullback Dave Hayes for a 1-yard touchdown run. Next, Pittsburgh beat Miami 17-6 with Pirates-Yankees World Series Game 3 on TV in the afternoon from New York. The Panthers switched kickoff time to blurry-eyed 10 a.m. after both teams slept through quiet, scoreless first half. Pitt captain Mike Dicker dusted off his yet-to-be-famous temper, ranting loudly at teammates in the locker room. Pittsburgh's Seaboys halfbacks Bob Clemens and Fred Cox and fullback Jim Cunningham scored all a team's 17 points in the fourth quarter. With no Dicker on its roster, Miami continued its slumber until too late, scoring only on quarterback Eddie Johns' 21-yard pass to end Bill Miller. Virginia Tech beat Wake Forest by a score of 22-13. In battle 2 top 5 teams, number 5 Ohio State beat number 4 Illinois 34-7. Buckeyes used battering runs of fullback Bob Ferguson and quarterback Tom Matte to spoil the Golden Jubilee homecoming of Illinois, a school that originated the concept of alumni returning for on-campus reunions. Ohio State backup fullback Roger Dietrich blasted for a 2-yard touchdown in the second quarter. Soon was followed by Ferguson's similar touchdown push behind block of tackle Jim Tyler. Any hope Illinois harbored of rallying from 13-0 halftime deficit was shattered by Ohio State halfback Bill Winston's 100-yard touchdown return of second half kickoff. The Buckeyes formed pass defensive strategy that placed secondary in deep umbrella, so Illinois went for short completions and two such passes by sub-quarterback Mel Myers allowed fullback Jim Brown to score late touchdown. About two top 15 teams, number 3 Iowa beat number 13 Michigan State by a score of 27-15. Michigan State overcame Iowa's 14-0 first quarter lead as fullback Carl Sharon scored two touchdowns in the second half after Sharon's second score. Quarterback of the Spartans, Tommy Wilson, hit in Fred Urbanus with a 2-point pass for 15-14 fourth quarter lead. Then Iowa made dramatic reversal as fullback defensive back Joe Williams grabbed mid-air fumble, raced 67 yards for the 20-15 edge. Fleet and stable Hawkeyes quarterback Wilborn Hollis had a 23-yard touchdown dash in the final minute. Next, shutout was performed by number 15 Texas over Oklahoma 24-0. Pitching its third straight shutout, the strong Texas defense used three lines backed up by guard linebackers Monte Lee, Johnny Treadwell, and John Seals to keep tacklers fresh and blanket Swimmers' attack. Sophomore Longhorns fullback Ray Poage scored two touchdowns, and his understudy fullback linebacker Pat Culpepper clinched it with 78-yard interception touchdown return in fourth quarter. The stunned Oklahoma football program as a team suffered worst loss to Texas in the last 19 years. Colorado beat Arizona 35-16. The battle of two top 20 teams, Baylor, number 20 team in the country, beat number 9 Arkansas 28-14 as the Arkansas Razorbacks' 8-game winning streak was stopped by a balanced attack of Baylor. Sophomore halfback Ronnie Goodwin scored on a 23-yard run in the first quarter, only to see it matched by Arkansas. Hokies defensive tackle Marlon Epp stepped between Bears quarterback Bobby Ply and fullback Bob Starr to stunningly grab handoff at Baylor's 49-yard line. Arkansas quarterback Billy Moore flipped fourth down completion to end Jimmy Collier at 16-yard line. Fullback Joe Paul Alberti plowed to goal line but lost handle. Collier made alert his own fumble recovery. Touchdown trick. He will return for the New York Giants on block punt in the 1962 NFL Championship game. The Bears went ahead for good in the second quarter when quarterback Ronnie Stanley hit Goodwin with a 21-yard pass. Halfback Ronnie Bull with 11-yard screen pass. And Goodwin with 19-yard touchdown pass. Baylor ace Bull raced 71 yards on 8 carries. Trailing 14-7, the Razorbacks sagged noticeably as they lost halfback Lance Allworth to an aggravated knee injury before halftime. Baylor scored twice in the third quarter on Stanley's 5-yard run and sub-quarterback Bobby Ply's 3-yard pass. Number 12, Washington beat Stanford 29-10. Its momentum rolled like tides, but in three vital turnovers cost the combatants Stanford 3 touchdowns. Huskies started a fight, reaching the Indians' 8-yard line after receiving opening kickoff and taking halfback kicker George Fleming's 25-yard field goal. Washington center Roy McCassin recovered fumble on next kickoff, and Huskies quarterback Bob Sled pitched 33-yard touchdown pass to end Lee Falcons. Stanford fullback kicker Stip Face kicked a 24-yard field goal late in the first quarter. Washington halfback Charlie Mitchell circle punt coverage, dashed 59 yards for a touchdown return for 17-3 halftime edge. Stanford dominated third quarter, keeping ball from Huskies offense for all but 6 plays, but could get no closer than the 17-10 on halfback Hal Stuber's 4-yard touchdown sweep. But because it couldn't score after defensive end Dale Ostrander's fumble recovery at Washington 11-yard line. So critical play came early in the fourth quarter when punter Sled punted for Huskies, and ball and 3 tacklers simultaneously arrived upon Stanford sophomore halfback Gary Craig, who should have called for a fair catch. Form recovery by Washington produced the Reds' 11-yard touchdown keeper up the middle, followed up 11 minutes later by fullback Ray Jackson's 35-yard touchdown catch. Finally, California and Washington State, this matchup ended in a 21-21 tie. Lying all day on all-around exploits of halfback Keith the Moose of the Palouse Lincoln, Washington State rallied for tie in the last 90 seconds. Lincoln rushed for 128 yards on 22 carries, including touchdowns of 2 and 19 yards, and passed 3 for 5, 40 yards. Halftime deadlock of 7-7 was cracked, and California fullback George Perovich scored his second touchdown at end of 79-yard Bears drive that followed second half kickoff. So as the third quarter ended, Cal was knocking on the door at 2-yard line, and Perovich lost 3 yards, and quarterback Randy Gold lost 9 yards trying to pass on fourth down. Now Lincoln gained 58 yards of Washington State's 86-yard drive, scoring on a 19-yard run as he dragged 2 tacklers across goal line. Quarterback Mel Mellon missed a 2-point pass to end Hugh Campbell, so Cougars trailed 14-13 in fourth quarter. Bears halfback Steve Bates barreled 45 yards for a 21-13 lead. Wazoo Mellon hit in Lee Schrader with a 47-yard pass to 18-yard line. And Dewey Clover rated on a 17-yard touchdown pass. Lincoln cash crash around right in for tying 2-point conversion. Last but not least, that's the end of it, of this look at the recap of the games that were played during October 8th, 1960. When the game was played on October 7th, 1960 between Southern California and Georgia. Let's look at the AP poll October 10th. We got Mississippi at number 1, Iowa at number 2, Ohio State number 3, number 4 Syracuse, number 5 Navy, number 6 Missouri, number 7 Baylor, number 8 Clemson, number 9 Kansas, number 10 Minnesota, number 11 Texas, number 12 Wisconsin, number 13 Washington, number 14 Michigan State. UCLA and Alabama tied for the number 15 spot. 17 Oregon State, number 18 Arizona State, number 19 Georgia Tech, and Penn State number 20. So a cool look at the week that was. The games that were played on October 8th, 1960. Week number 4, including the game that was played on October 7th between USC and Georgia. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. This is Rashad Mitchell. Until then, talk to you tomorrow.